Cityans are preparing tonight to decide who they want as the next mayor.
The last 24 hours before an election are busy for both mayoral candidates. And our Kelly Taylor sat down with Jolie, Justus, and Quinton Lucas to talk one last time before voting begins.
Both Jolie, Justus, and Quinton Lucas are using these final hours to connect with people in the community. They're talking to people, they're knocking on doors, and they're both hosting campaign rallies to get voters excited ahead of the election. You've seen them debating here on KCTV5 and around town. You hear and see their ads on TV and on the radio, and campaign signs are just about everywhere you turn. For voters who are still undecided, Justus points to her track record.
I have a track record of taking on the toughest problems, getting people together to sit down at the table and come up with solutions that work. And so I'm really proud of that, and people really want that steady hand.
Lucas believes his focus on basic and core issues will sway voters his way.
We really do need to strongly address and care about violent crime. And we need to make sure our neighborhoods are safer where people can walk around. We need to address our roads and potholes infrastructure. And we need to actually make sure that we have a city where you have a mayor who can walk into any room in the city and be able to relate.
Lucas says he's proud of the clean campaign he's run, and he's not responsible for recent mailers and texts that question Justus's character.
I don't think it's been helpful to the conversation and hasn't enlightened a single Kansas Citian, and I think it distorts us from talking about key issues.
Justus says she's only tried to show the differences between herself and Lucas.
But the people of Kansas City know that they can trust me. The people of Kansas City know that I have a proven track record of getting things done. And at the end of the day, that's the message that they'll remember.
Both candidates are using these final hours to connect with voters one last time. While the next mayor of Kansas City is still up in the air, both Lucas and Justus agree the next leader should be planning for the future when it comes to city issues.
How do we make sure that more people in Kansas City, when we talk about momentum, are part of that momentum? This can't just be 20 years from now we say, hey, we've got some cool stuff. What we really want to say is every neighborhood is improved.
The Department of Transportation will, for the first time, take all of the different things that we're doing in different departments and bring it under one roof and make sure that we're removing some of those inefficiencies, we're saving money, and we're putting it back into the streets.
Tomorrow, voters will also weigh in on question 1. It proposes a cap on tax incentives. And we talked to both campaigns for and against question 1, and both Lucas and Justus also weigh in. In Kansas City, Kelly Taylor, KCTV5 News.